and then it fades away. And you kind of look down at yourself and raise a couple of tentacles. Nothing. It looks more than a little bit frustrated at that.
Good.
And will attempt to swim past you. Take a swipe at it, but she just like slips out of your grasp. This one is going to point her finger at you, and a ray of green energy darts towards you. On you.
Hey, it's the first time someone's thrown their boogers at me.
Okay, so you suddenly feel like, even in this octopus body, you can feel bile in your stomach, almost like acid reflux, and it feels fucking disgusting. You are poisoned. Gremlin, it's you. You know that Tui went underwater, but other than that, you ain't seen shit. You've seen like Eldris's octopus kind of lashing around in the water on the other side. You heard it. You heard an octopus, like tentacles fucking lashing around in the water, but otherwise you're not entirely sure.
Gremlin's gonna dismiss the next thing that pops up from the water that he does not recognize.
Okay. You can see like this time the turtles go after it, and like a lot of their hits miss, but it's like almost in the fetal position, fucking taking all of these blows, and just about manages to stretch itself out and come towards you just a little bit and lash out with its tentacle. So it tries to wrap its tentacle around you, but like it can't quite get it, like misjudged the distance and can't quite get enough of it around your shell. It's going to try again. You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you feel your shell tighten a little bit around your limbs as it squeezes. You are grappled. That is a hit. You grab it right around the tentacle, and another wave of necrotic energy flows from you into it.
Nice.
And this, like you feel its tentacle like almost disintegrate underneath your touch, and it just kind of floats upwards. Like floating up on its back, its belly showing to the surface. And Gremlin, the first thing you see is this thing float to the surface. You don't obviously fire anything at that, but yeah, that is the first thing you see come into vision. Okay, so you come back up above the water onto the platform in the middle. Wailu is going to move forward. He's not entirely sure what's going on. He's not fucking taking a dip in that, so he's going to come around to here. The moment he gets here, he sees one of these things right here. Gremlin, go ahead and make your attack. As you stare daggers at this thing, and you can see this one, it appears to have the characteristics of both of the creatures you've come across. It has both these yellow quills all around it and a tentacle arm. She now is like holding her head as your turtle is just beating her over and over again. She isn't quite done, but she doesn't look okay. She's kind of like reaching out to the other two, holding her head as if she's asking for help. Wailu, on seeing this thing, is going to fire 2 fucking arrows at it. So one of his arrows does go through its shoulder, but it is still standing. That's a miss. So the first one goes way over Wailu's head. The second one, however, does manage to get him. He takes 5 bludgeoning damage. This thing's tentacle wraps around his torso, and he's going to jump in the water with him. The tentacle has wrapped him such that you are trapped inside Wailu's pocket. And then onto fucking this dizzy lady who's like looks up at you two as she makes another wisdom save, gets a 5. And once more, you see your turtles just batter somebody into pulp underwater. And you see suddenly blue string of energy go between her and the other two, a bright blue line that suddenly shatters. And Eldris, once you get to here, you notice there is another one of these quills all over it, waiting around the corner.
Sucks for him. I'm going to attack this one.
So you try to grab her, but she just like swims out of the way. It kind of makes that gesture. You know when people put like their thumbs on their temples and kind of wave their fingers, like nah. You see a handful of these spores kind of like off of you and just kind of like a drift into her nose. You see her like trying to sneeze it out. It's not working. You can see her like look behind you at her like floating quote unquote sister, and you see her like rub her hands together and begin trying to cast something and can't. So she just swipes at you with her hand. And she tries to swing and just like misses entirely and does like full 360 spin underwater. The other one is going to do the same. You feel these sharp claws drag against your octopus skin for 10 slashing damage.
So we're gonna give him the peep.
Yep, you give him a stare, and he kind of like looks behind him for a second as if you're not quite looking at him, and then his head continues to twist around and around and around, and then it just stops and he floats dead. This one is only covered in the poisonous quills and is going to fire a handful of them at you. And you can still feel that sickness welling up inside your stomach. And then you see another one pop up around the corner again, just covered in quills.
Why?
But this one just kind of stops there. Tui, it's you.
Okay. I have an idea, but you have to hear me out, okay?
Uh-huh.
I wanna try to get in range and touch Eldris.
Okay, and this time, having tons of targets to choose, they split up and just fucking, and they just make like a train, like an ovular train, just like going around on their skateboards, like riding over them, kind of like ramps, just over and over again, beating each of them in the back of the head.
I'm gonna touch Eldris and myself, and I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability, Bear's Endurance.
So you both get 6 temporary hit points. I think that means you stay where you are, Tui.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eldris, you get 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Wailu, having been grappled and then dragged into water, looks very confused because suddenly the thing's head twisted around, and he kind of like pats his pocket in acknowledgement, and then climbs up out. Oh my god! Oh, fuck! I'm gonna have to go back in the water. Well, I'm already wet. Whatever. Fire twice at this one. So 2 arrows go flying into the creature on the side next to you, Eldris. It like reels back and like kind of it like bends all the way back so that its head touches the floor, but its feet never leave the floor, and it just bends all the way back up. This one, looking mightily fucked up, is still going to try and go for you, Eldris. I forgot. It needs to make a save against some turtles. Yeah, so you can have all of that health back because it went to punch you a couple of times. But Tui's turtles just kind of got in the way and just folded him completely over and kept him that way this time. Eldris, it's you.
Slapping this bitch.
Okay. I think, does poison mean you have disadvantage on attack rolls?
Yeah.
So you go to swing and it looks good, but you suddenly lose all the strength in the swing and it just stops before it even gets to her.
And then I'm just going to go... and over to here.
Okay.
So if anyone runs around, I'm going to do an opportunity attack.
Cool.
And that's it. That's all I can do again.
Okay, so this one first is going to save against the Spirit Guardians. All right, she immediately turns around, having seen this, and you jumps up onto the platform and takes a swing at you, Tui. An 11 to hit, Tui.
Nope.
So she goes to swing and just like
Doom.
just against your shield, just goes to swing. You just like back, just swat it away. She kind of backs up, looking at all of this, like looking at you, and then at Eldris as an octopus, dives into the water and is attempting to swim the fuck away from all of this. That is an opportunity attack for both of you. 22 to hit, that's a hit. No, it's just grappled. Like it's grappled by.
Oh,
by
escapes. Oh shit. Okay,
To
nice.
escape it, it has to beat a 16 to escape.
It's not just grappled, it's restrained.
Oh shit!
It's even
Yeah.
worse.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
There you go. Max damage. Fuck my life.
She takes a bap and you wrap your tentacle around, just squeeze real tight, just like that creature was squeezing you real tight a little while ago. This one, on the other hand, is noping the fuck out. She is gone. You can see. Let's see. There's two of the spawn are still alive, and you can see the hand is held by Eldris as an octopus. At them.
We'll whack this one over here.
You look at this thing, and like it almost faints. Like you see it kind of clutch its chest and come down to its knees or to one knee, and it looks up at you, and like a trail of green blood comes down its nose. It's still alive, but just barely. Got to make a wisdom save against the turtles, but it's at 1 HP, so immediately the turtle is just set to work, turning a bloody nose into a bloody face. And the other one is just gonna try and hit the thing closest to it. Tui, it's you.
I'm just gonna run to my big octopusy friend.
The hag is gonna try and swipe at you. Yeah, she swipes. It's not going anywhere. Eldris like squeezes a little bit harder and as she goes to swipe, like the muscles in her arm tenses with pain. Cowbunk brothers are having a fucking whale of a time beating down on all of these sea spawn.
I'm gonna use lesser restoration on Eldris to remove her poison.
Eldris, you immediately feel a wash of. Is your magic like just white, like classic holy magic, or does it have a different color to it, or what?
This is all very green and wavy.
So it creeps over you like a slow not like a fog, but just, that fits too. Like a slow rolling fog, it just kind of rolls over all over your skin and then slowly sinks in, and then you see this green liquid kind of push out of like a suction cups. It just pushes this green liquid out, and you immediately feel tons better. Wailu is going to call out, like, where'd the other one go? I see a dead one, and Eldris has got one. Where's the other one? Like, he's actually asking.
Well, I can point in a direction,
Yes, you can.
so I point up here.